What up, people of the universe? My name is DJ Zak, the Incredible Vinyl Assassin. Quick story time. Sometime last year, family and I took a trip to Kendu. That was around December 2023. While we were down there, I decided that I wanted to take a quick video of this place called Lake Simbi Nyaima. I remember I'd been there before, and there was this guy who used to have like a very interesting way of telling the story of the origin of the lake. But the first time I went there, I didn't have any recording device. So the second time I went there, I was like, you know what, this is the perfect time to try and get this guy to tell us the story of the origin of Lake Simbi Nyaima. I hope I'm saying it the right way, because as a Luo, I'm not supposed to let my family down like that. I also decided to record this with the windows open because the lights here are just killing me. So you might hear some noise, cars, all that shit. Don't worry about it. It's part of the gig, I guess. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy it.
Gerald Utiena Ngiro. Over the weekends like today, Jerry. Pleasure to meet you and feel so much welcomed. So first of all, I'll start with myths. Just like when you toss a coin, you will have to blow the inside of the coin. The history of Lake Simbi Nyaima originates from a place known as Gwasi Nyandiwa. Gwasi Nyandiwa is in Super South Sub-County, still under Homa Bay County. Whereas in Gwasi, there was this gentleman, a senior and a poor bachelor. He never got married, named Nyamgundu, the son of Ombare. Nyamgundu, the son of Ombare, how the gentleman used to be earning his daily bread. Nyamgundu was just a mere fisherman. So one of those fine days when he goes fishing, he never caught fish. And as per the doctrines of old times, was that when you missed a fish, you were to leave your fishing materials unto the lake, such that you kind of set a trap, then probably you could go back to confirm if at all you had been blessed. Now the gentleman, as he was going to confirm, just along the Piparous reeds, just next to his trap, he found a normal human being, a lady, whom looked tired. The lady told him that, please, I'd really suffered a lot. Don't leave me here. Nyamgundu was really shocked, but later on he was convinced. And that was when and where he took the lady with him to his locality. And he named the lady Anyango Nyaragwasi. Can you pronounce Anyango Nyaragwasi?
Nyango Nyaragwasi.
Very good. So now they started staying like a husband and a wife. The gentleman could be going fishing normally, and the return they were getting during those old times, so people were normally doing barter trade, an exchange of a cow and a goat. They're also now taking these domestic animals. Being that the lady was caught from the lake, the lady was now the one responsible handling these domestic animals. Now the domestic animals she was taking good care of, now while giving birth, could now be giving birth to twins, such that the entire homestead of the gentleman became full with the domestic animals. Now the gentleman, while seeing how much wealthier he was, he started to despise the lady, simply because the lady was barren. The lady could not give birth. The gentleman could come back while drunk, abusing the lady, that you just a person whom I fetched from the lake. There is nothing you're assisting me with. You better go back to where you came from. The lady persevered all those abuses until it reached a moment. She said that enough is enough. I'm heading back to where I came from. So what was surprising was that as the lady was heading back onto the lake, all the domestic animals started following her. Now the gentleman, realizing that things were now in a mess, he was trying to follow the lady, such that she could come back, then they have a dialogue. But all were in vain. The gentleman with his walking stick, Nyamgundu, while reaching along the seashore, the gentleman turned onto a tree, wondering how wealth had left him, holding his sticks. While till to date, if you go to Gwasi Nyandiwa, you will find a tree resembling a human being and the footprints of the domestic animals. That was when again the lady took 2 days unto the lake. Then she resurfaced from a place known as Rawi. Rawi is in West Karachuonyo, just next to Abundu Hot Springs. We have got also a hot springs around over here, 17 kilometers from Lake Simbi Nyaima. called Abundu Hot Springs. What the lady was looking for, the lady was looking for a place to reside Santo, such that after getting an husband is when she could head back onto the lake and take her belongings. And that was when the long journey, the lady walked until she reached this village. Now the place where right now being filled up with water. Just as I've said before, this one was once a village that was once built an uphill on top of a mountain. The residents or the locality whom are residing over here were well known as Kawaswa people. As per the history locates, history states that the lady Nyango Nyaragwasi visited this village back in the year 1715. Long time ago, like my long trouser. In the month of August. It was when the residents whom are residing over here, they were kind of having a celebration due to the kind of bump harvest they had received in that month. So harvesting could normally be accompanied with old gentlemen seated down together with their sons, teaching their sons domestic affairs, how to stay with wives, while enjoying. There is this traditional brew, we are calling it bosa in our mother language.
Okay.
While women by then were not allowed to be part of men. They were just persons to be seen but not to be heard. Not like this time around 50-50. Now while being chased away from this village, the lady was feeling very much thirsty. While being chased away, she was very much thirsty. That very first house she knocked on to even request for water. That lady, while opening the door, at the back of her mind, she thought that husband had added another wife. These jealous women are having. She told her that with me, I don't have water. The same thing implies unto the second house. She was not welcomed. She only finds favor in the immediate house, whereas when she requested for water, that lady did as per the doctrines of old times. The doctrines of old times was stating that if a visitor requested for water, the first thing he or she could be given was supposed to be milk or porridge. You know porridge? Yes. Uji. She was given uji, then later on given water. While seeing all that cordiality welcomed she had been given, she asked the lady that had seen, you are a wholehearted woman, but there is a good message I brought to these residents. If at all I can have an opportunity to have a chat with your husband, I'll be glad. She's telling that with my husband is over there, where you had passed those men. But with us, we women, we are not allowed to be part of men. The strange woman, she's insisted. And the lady also agrees to go and calls the husband. While calling the husband simply asks her that, could she be the strange woman whom we saw? If at all she's the one in my house, you go and chase her away before I came over there. The lady is bringing back the message that I had told him, and he told me to come and chase you away from his house. The lady again, patience never pays her. She again sends her for the second time. Bad luck. Women were just persons to be seen during those old times, but not to be heard. The three-legged chair, there was a traditional chair, the three-legged chair. The gentleman simply stood up, then beats the wife. Then explained unto her that, now let me not come and find that strange woman. The lady is coming back while crying and bleeding, asking herself that could it be because of the strange woman? Now the one bringing for me all these problems. Where am I going to go to? The lady also, while seeing her, was really shocked. She asked her that if at all you are his wife, and you are the one he had beaten up like this, what of me, just a strange person whom he doesn't know? Then he could have even killed me. But because of the same disappointments I had received over there at Gwasi, and also what I'm receiving over here, just because of water, I want to leave the residents with water, of which they will drink until they will never get thirsty again. But because of you, I don't want you to bear their burdens. Take any belonging of yours, because now it will no longer be a village. Generally, women, their properties are their kids. If at all you want to kosana na bibi, hawezi kuachia mtoto. Now the lady is moving away with her two sons, as though mending around the huts, because they never wanted to follow the main gate, which is now the place we had entered into. Like the story in the Bible was also what was happening over here. She told her that we shall be leaving this vicinity of Kawaswa, but never turns back, not unless I'll give you an opportunity to turn back and say goodbye to your people. After covering a distance of 100 meters away from this village, she told her that now you can turn back and say goodbye. The lady, while turning back over here, what she saw was very much surprising and shocking. There was this thunderstorm, lightning, and just heavy downpour. So what was surprising was that as they were proceeding ahead, at their back here, it started raining. Now the residents, with them while seeing rain, they were now continuing partying, thinking that the harvest that was saved had been accompanied with rain, but all were in vain. It was when it rained with a very heavy downpour until the whole village that was once built an uphill got sunk. With everything, with every person. And that was when and where a name came to be left behind, to be Simbi Nyaima. Simbi was a general name, collective houses for the first sons. In our mother language, we are calling them lions, Simba. But Nyaima means the sunken village. That is how this lake came into existence mythically. Those who went to school, with me, I never went to school past that point because I thought school was a rental place. Geographers, and partly geography was a little bit quite difficult with the need of a well-labeled diagram. Geographers are saying that Lake Simbi Nyaima, this one is a crater lake, which had been formed or could have been formed as a result of volcanicity. It was a dormant eruption but not an active volcanic eruption. Due to the fact of the solidifications of the magmas, magmas could normally be forced to be protruded outside, leaving a vent. Then a vent could be filled up with surface water or rainwater. And that's also as per the reason why the depth of Lake Simbi Nyaima has not yet been determined till to date. A white man, a very brilliant guy and a very determined person, had been here on several occasions while trying to find the depth of the lake, but they could not find the actual depth of the lake because it's a concave shaped lake. It goes until the core or the center of the earth. Economic importance based on Mobe County, this is one of the most tourist attraction sites. I hope you can see by yourself. Secondly, we are doing what we call open cast mining. We have got this mineral sodium bicarbonate, in our mother language bala or magadi, being used in cooking the local vegetables, and also it acts as a salt link for cows. You will find that a cow feeding on that sodium bio, it could be quite difficult for that cow to be feeding on soap, simply because calcium it could have been lacking, being perceived from that sodium bicarbonate. Thirdly, this water itself, it's a medicine. It has got some medicinal values. A cure for skin diseases like rashes, pimples, mashilingi, dandruff, foot rot diseases. Religious people are also using this water as a holy water because with them they believed that the woman who was chased from this village, they are calling her mother, Mary, mother of Jesus. They've got a very deep, funny perspective. That's why with them, while walking down over here, they're walking down over here barefooted because they value this place to be holy place of the holy places. Here there is no fish, no snake, no anything that can survive under this water. Not only the flamingos we are seeing over there, of which flamingos are not here permanently over there, but they are here seasonally. You can zoom and see them. Yes, they are here seasonally but not permanently. All the way from Lake Nakuru to Lake Simbi Nyaima. This is just their feeding zone. If at all they want to breed, at Lake Natron in northern Tanzania. One unique again with this Lake Simbi Nyaima, the volume of the water doesn't increase, neither does it decrease. But this time round, it had increased, but no rains. So there is a possibility that it has got some underground inlet due to the fact of the tectonic rocks underground. The water itself is very much salty. And the reason why it's salty, presence of the basement mineral rocks is as per the reason why it's salty. Cows are also not drinking this water because of that alkalinity content it contains. Any question up to that point which needs my attention?
I think I'm good. I got everything I need.